Mr. Gallego, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Is your speaker on or your? I see me on, but I don't. I see you, but I don't hear you. Yeah. Let's see. Has to be your speaker. You know what? Let me give you, you can hear me, right? You can hear me? Oh, okay, you can't hear me. What's our phone number?
837-3611.
Can you see that? Let's see, call courtroom. You got that message. I'm not sure why he can't hear me.
You know what? That happened to me when I was out on leave. My doctor we were trying to do that and I couldn't figure out how to make the speaker work. So.
It's 837-3611. 837-3611.
Yes, that will ring directly into the courtroom.
He's not getting it. Now this is on YouTube. Everyone's going to call my courtroom Anna.
I hope not.
837. Let's call him.
You've reached a non-working number. Announcement 14.
Yeah, the prosecutor's coming on. Calling his number. Find out why.
Oh.
Waiting.
It's a non-working number. The other one is a fax number.
Check on the internet. Look him up on the internet. Oh, Carmen is waiting. What is the problem? I don't see him up here. Oh, shoot. There's Danielle.
Well, the first thing that came up was FBI says indicted Tucson lawyer. No, it's the same phone number.
Email him and let him know to give us his cell phone number.
Huh?
Email him and ask him for his cell phone number because he's showing his cell phone. Hi, Miss Roberts. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Gallego.
You know what? I can't hear. Maybe it's on my end that I'm. Oh gosh. Hold on a second. Did you do something over here?
I didn't do anything. Now try.
Miss Roberts, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You know what? It was us, Anna.
Yeah, but you can't hear her.
Yeah, I can. Just turn it up.
I did. It's up all the way.
Can you hear me now, Miss Roberts?
Yes, I can, Judge.
Okay. For some reason, I can hardly hear you. Let me see.
You heard I can hear you now, Your Honor?
Raphael, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I can barely hear you guys, but now I can hear you. Can you say something again?
I'm here, Rafael Gallego, on behalf
Want me
of
to call IT?
Mr.
Yeah,
Morales.
we're gonna call IT. I can barely hear you all, but I can hear.
Am I still coming in faint?
Hold on.
I can hear Miss Roberts. Really?
Yeah, for some reason, I can hardly hear you guys. It's on my end now.
Danielle, can you hear me?
I can hear you
barely hear
fine,
you, yeah.
Raphael.
Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Did you figure it out?
Yep, got it. All right, great. So Mr. Mediate's trying to zoom in, but I'm not seeing him. Hold on a second. Ms. Casillo, Ms. Huffman, Mr. Orson, Mr. Blue, Mr. Walker are all there. I'm not sure what's going on with Mr. Mediate.
He emailed earlier stating that he needed a new Zoom address.
Okay, send it to him again. We're gonna send him the invite again.
He has a cell phone number here,
Who?
Mr. Mediate. So I'm trying to call in my cell number, 602-638.
Okay, let's call him then, because it's not working. Hi, Mr. Mediate.
Hi, Judge.
Hi, I'm not sure what happened. Other folks are waiting, but for some reason, I don't know, I guess you're not able to zoom in this morning?
It's the June 19th one.
Yeah,
It's not letting me in, and I can't find the June 12th one.
let me see if I can send you one of the old ones then.
The June 8th one doesn't work either.
Okay, and I think you know what, let me send you the link again for just the Zoom link, and let me see if that'll work, okay? Hold
Okay,
on.
thanks.
Hold on.
Oh, you know,
Oh, no. Hold on, everyone. So I'm gonna show Anna how to do that. Just send a link to you, Mr. Mediate, for this meeting. So I just sent it to you. Hopefully you can zoom in now. I think I'm gonna let everyone in because everyone's been waiting, and just so they can see what's happening. And everyone can just wait.
Okay, I just got it.
Luis, ahorita le puedo marcar en unos 30 segundos, un minuto.
hang up the phone?
No,
No, okay.
¿Ya no?
he's got it. And
¿Hello?
Okay, it says it's waiting on the host.
okay, I see you now. Yeah, I don't think you can zoom in under the old meetings because they have different codes. So I'll show Anna in the future how to do it for the current day's Zoom hearings.
All right, good. I'll hang up.
All right, so Mr. Gallegos, he's on the phone. video, and Mr. Mediate's present on State versus Eric Morales, CM 200073334. Actually, this is Mr. Vick's case.
Yes.
And I can appear for that.
All right, so Mr. Mediate's covering, and Mr. Gallegos, what's happening?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, I did reach out to Mr. Vick via email about a continuance, and he didn't have an objection. He will waive time. We got some disclosure, and we are, because of everything that we haven't had a chance, Mr. Morales and I, to meet, but we are scheduled next week to meet so we can get this case moving.
All right, so I'm going to schedule it for another Zoom hearing. If you anticipate your client may be taking a plea, just email me, and then I'll vacate the Zoom and set an in-person change of plea, and I'll give you dates to choose from, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the Zoom hearing, you think July 17th is okay for you at 2 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Okay, July 17th, and Mr. Mediate, you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All right, great. All right, thank you, Ms. Gallegos. Is this your
Thank you, Your
okay?
Honor. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Is this your first hearing, your first Zoom hearing?
No, I just couldn't figure out the audio on this one, but I got it. So
Yeah, great. Thank you.
thank you. Have a good one. Be safe.
See you. All right, bye-bye.
Stay here. Bye-bye.
Miss- Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Hi. Let's see, which case are you here on?
I have to look it up. Hang on just one second.
Okay.
It
I didn't see your name on the list.
doesn't really say on the email. This is just
Oh,
what
David, oh, David Walker. Okay.
correct.
Okay, so your attorney, is he going to be zooming in, Mr. Walker? Thomas Bam?
He said he was supposed to. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will put you on hold until he zooms in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you can watch the proceedings, but I'm going to mute you, sir.
That's fine.
Thank you. Mr. Blue?
Hi, Judge.
Hi, thank you for your patience. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we
No problem.
resolved it. So you're here on State versus Juan Marquez, is that correct?
I am.
CM 19041-618. Let's see, Mr. Mediate is going to be covering for Mr. Vick, and Mr. Blue is present by video, and you're waiving your client's presence?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, and what's happening?
So we recently reestablished contact with Mr. Marquez. We had his mail returned to us as undeliverable. He doesn't have voicemail set up, so we are calling him quite frequently, but we were able to speak to him as recently as Wednesday. We're trying to schedule a meeting so that we can discuss the state's proposed resolution of the plea offer. Just a little bit of background to remind the court, Mr. Marquez does not live in the United States. He lives in Mexico. And it looks like this case is proceeding towards a plea offer. I'm not sure under the current way things are functioning, how we will actually do a long distance change of plea. So if the court has any guidance on that, if we're following the same procedures as we've always followed, or if things are different, I know we could probably set it up so that he could appear via Zoom. We could send him the link, but we need to resolve those logistical things and make sure that he's okay with the plea offer as it stands.
If he's taking a diversion plea?
No, it's a regular plea. It's a DV plea.
So for the domestic violence and DUIs and theft and shoplifting where we have to get their fingerprints, he has to appear in person. And unless technology catches up and we can figure out how to do fingerprinting over Zoom or electronically, other than that, I have no problems set and change of pleas as long as it's not a fingerprint case.
So it's a DV, and if I recall correctly, an individual can go to their local police station and get their fingerprinting done and certified by the officer and mail us the fingerprint card like we would do for a long distance change of plea.
Yeah, that's fine.
If that would work. Okay. So
As
I'll
long
talk.
as Mr. Vick is okay with that, I'm fine with that.
I can reach out to him.
He can
Okay.
get his fingerprint on the, it would have to be our court document. So can you pick up one of our sentencing minute entry I guess I'll create a sentencing minute entry, send it to you. He'd have to get his fingerprint on that document and then send it back to us.
If it's all right with you, Judge, what I can do is I can email Anna the plea. So
Okay,
that way the court doesn't know what the terms are
yeah,
until it's accepted. And if Anna wants to put everything in and send me the completed sentencing minute entry, I can include that to in an email to my client or in regular mail as soon as we get a good mailing address.
all right. I'll set it for another Zoom hearing, July 16th at 9:30, okay?
Okay, that works. Thank you.
And I know you have another case. Hold
I
on.
do. You said July 16th at 9:30?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Anna will scan and email the minute entry to you. Your next case is Rocio Felix,
Yes.
018-068-302. And Mr. Mediate's present on this case.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Blue is present, and have you had good contact with your client, Mr. Blue?
I have, and recently we discussed the case prior to the COVID shutdown. Miss Felix had indicated that she was she wanted to proceed to trial. About 2 weeks ago, within the last 2 weeks, I spoke to her. We went over the case again. She does want to proceed to trial, so I just need some time to get pretrial motions filed. Excuse me, and then we can set it for an evidentiary hearing. So if there's a somewhat short set pretrial Zoom hearing, I can have the motions filed before that.
Well, I usually set the evidentiary hearing now, and then I'll give you a motion deadline to file your motions.
Okay.
So I'm available for an evidentiary hearing. Mr. Mediate, if you can check for your officers, July 31st at 1:30.
July 31st. Okay.
I'm just checking now, Judge. July 31st at 1:30, you said? That should work for me.
I only have 2 officers to check, so it shouldn't take too long.
Okay. I'm gonna let the other public defenders in just so they know that we're here.
Okay. Okay, good with 1. Just 1 more. Jenkins, 101.
Mr. Huffman, we'll be with you in a moment, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, that's good with the state, July 31st.
All right, so we're gonna set an evidentiary hearing July 31st at 1:30, and Mr. Brewer, you'll file your defense, your motions by July 1st.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Any other cases, Mr. Blue?
That is all I'm aware of. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
Mr. Huffman, you're here on a case also?
Yes, Your Honor. State versus David Montijo.
All right, State versus David Montijo, TR 20003757. Mr. Mediate's present, Mr. Huffman is present. Have you had good contact with your client, Mr. Huffman?
I have had good contact with Mr. Montijo, Your Honor.
Okay, what's happening in the case?
Your Honor, our investigation is pretty much done at this point. I have not had a chance to reach out to Mr. Mediate regarding any sort of pretrial resolution. I would like to do that before we kind of decide which direction the case should go. I would ask for a 30-day continuance, and I think we'll have a really good idea once we come back on which way we're going with it.
All right, so July 16th at 9:30, are you okay with a Zoom hearing?
Yes, that's fine, Your Honor.
And Mr. Mediate, that's okay with you?
Yes, Judge.
So July 16th at 9:30 a.m. And Mr. Huffman, did you have anything, any other cases?
No, Your Honor, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you're excused.
Thanks.
We'll scan and email the minute entry to you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Mr. Orsland, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Orsland, looks like you're here on State versus Eric Aguirre.
Aguiar, yes.
Aguiar, TR 2001-0332. And Mr. Mediate's present, Mr. Orsland is present, and have you had good contact with your client?
I have, Judge. I spoke to him as recently as yesterday. Judge, we're still waiting for the only thing we have left is the body worn camera. So if we could just continue this for a month.
All right, and Mr. Mediate, you are getting disclosure over to Mr. Orsland?
Yes, Judge, and I'm just pulling it up to see on this particular case if we have it in. And it looks like the body cam is in the evidence cabinet, so we'll send that over.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Mr. Orsland, you're okay with the hearing July 16th at 9:30? It's going to be a Zoom hearing.
Yes, Judge.
All right, great. And I will get the minute entry scanned and over to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You have any other cases this morning?
No, that's it, Judge.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're excused. Ms. Castillo, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, hold on a second.
Okay.
I know you had a few cases.
I have more than two.
All right, so Mr. Cox, let's do State versus Tyler Cox. And what happened to my file? There's a State versus Tyler Cox, CM 19074507, CM 20016235, CM 20016359. Is it Mr. Media's case? And Castillo is present.
Okay.
And Ms. Castillo, what's happening in this cases?
Judge, Mr. Cox is actually in custody with a pending felony, and he had a video court date, and I believe he has a court date that was set from that video court date, which is not today. So I would just ask for a continuance because he's in custody with a pending felony.
Okay.
No objection.
All right. And you're okay with a Zoom hearing?
Yes.
July 16th at 9:30, is that okay with you?
Give me one moment. Yes.
All right, and the next case is Brian Holmes.
Yes, Judge, I've been in that. I believe that's Ms. Roberts' case, though.
CM 19045-937. Mr. Mediate, oh no, this is Ms. Roberts.
Yeah, it's my Judge.
And Ms. Castillo is present. Ms.
Yes.
Castillo, what's happening in this case?
I spoke with Mr. Holmes yesterday, and he would like to accept the plea offer. So we need to set up for a change of plea today.
All right.
Date.
Can you do a change of plea on July 8th at 2 o'clock?
That's fine.
And it's going to be in person.
Yes.
right, so that's a change of plea. 8:00. And then you had one last case, State versus Virginia Redondo. TR1.
Yes, Judge, I have another case too, but it's but we can just handle. I spoke with Ms. Redondo, and I'm continuing to work on my investigation, and she needs to make wants to come in and review the body camera with me. So I would ask for a continuance.
Is Mr. Mediate, is this your case?
Yeah, I believe it is. Look, let me just check though.
State versus Redondo, let me call the case, Virginia Redondo, TR190269449, CM190275526, TR1907330. And Mr. Mediate's present, Ms. Castillo is present, and Ms. Castillo, you're saying you've had good contact with the client. This is a super extreme case.
Yes.
All right.
No objection.
All right, it's gonna be July 16th at 9:30 again for a Zoom hearing, Ms. Castillo.
Okay, that's fine.
And what other case do you believe is yours?
Eddie Mahalka.
Oh yeah, Eddie Mahalka, second page, okay.
And I've been in contact with his probation officer judge, and I know that I forwarded her the Zoom invite, but he's not on, and he's not on until 10:30. I relate to him that since it was just a review hearing, he didn't need to be there, and I believe he had a meeting with his PO yesterday afternoon, but I don't know if he attended that meeting. He has been in contact with me, so.
All right, so do you know if he got back in compliance with his probation or?
I believe so. I believe the last I knew from the PO was that the intention was to continue him on probation, but I can't speak as to about what occurred, if anything, at yesterday's meeting with her.
All right, so I'll set it for another Zoom hearing, but can you contact probation and ensure that he's back in compliance?
Yes.
All right. July, let's see. I want to set it a little sooner than 16th. July 9th at 11 o'clock. We'll set it for a Zoom hearing and just let us know what probation has told you.
Okay, thank you.
Make sure he's back in compliance.
And that's all I have.
July. Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
So we have a Mr. Oh, I think his attorney's on now. Mr. Walker, and I believe his attorney is connecting. Are you Mr. Bayham?
Yeah, good morning, Judge.
Hi, good morning. So let me call the case. State versus David Walker, TR 20009050. Mr. Mediate's present, Mr. Thomas Bayham is present, and your client, Mr. Walker, is present. Thank you for sending that Zoom invitation to your client. And Mr. Bayham, what is happening in your case?
My apologies for being late this morning, Your Honor. I was told it was 9:30 on my way in, so I didn't rush, and I thought I had time, so I'm sorry I was late. But the status is.
It is set at 9:30.
Oh, it is at 9:30?
Yeah, so you're not late.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe well, good. As far as the case is concerned, Your Honor, we've received the disclosure, and I really haven't talked with the prosecutor about a plea or anything yet.
Okay.
So, you know, with all this stuff hitting, thank you for allowing us to do this by a video conference.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm doing Zoom hearings with the attorney, so I'm not having him come into court.
I do have a plea if you'd like me to email it to you.
Yeah, please. Hi.
Okay.
And Mr. Mediate, do you have his email address? It's kind of an
I'm
unusual
pulling up his
email address.
notice of appearance here. And his email address it's not on the notice of appearance. It doesn't look like, so no.
It should be.
Is it CS?
Well, I'll have to fix that in the future. You're right. I can send it to you, Carmine. Is your
Yeah,
name
okay.
Carmine? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I, I, I can dig it up somehow, or do you want to just tell it to me real quick?
Sure. It's TMB for Thomas Michael Bayham. So TMB and then the @ symbol TUSLAW.com.
Oh, it's easy. Okay, yeah, I'll shoot it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, so we're going to set this for another Zoom hearing. Mr. Bayham, if your client's going to take a plea, just email me and I will vacate the Zoom hearing and set it up for a change of plea hearing, and I will give you dates for change of plea hearings. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right, great. So Mr. Walker, just make sure you're staying in touch with your attorney. Thank you for appearing and the Zoom hearing date. Mr. Bayham, are you okay with July 16th at 10 a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, great. So Mr. Walker, just make sure you stay in touch with your attorney. Thank you. Your excuse, all of your excuse.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you.
Yep, see ya. Good luck.
Is that everyone? We're just waiting for Elias, which is at 9:30. So maybe he'll be zooming in next. And then Mr. Huerta, who was supposed to zoom in at 9. And then Arja Shah on Bennett. Let's see. Those are only, oh, and Patrick Moran, that's at 10. All right, so let me send an email to Mr. Huerta.
I think, I could be wrong, but I think Holmes might have been my only case. I'm double checking now.
Oh, and Mr. Warner too. He said he was someplace. Oh, I know. Okay, wait a second. Oh, Mr. Valenzuela. Okay, so Mr. Valenzuela was here on Surtec. I don't know whose case Surtec is. Gabriel Surtec?
That's mine.
Okay, so Ms. Bangsima was here in court. She says she will email the state regarding a wraparound plea to excuse.
Okay, I do have one ready.
Okay, so send it to Mr. Valenzuela. He's had a death in his family.
Oh, okay.
His brother passed away 2 days ago. And so I'm just going to reset it for a Zoom hearing, and then if he wants to take the plea, he knows to contact me and I'll vacate the Zoom hearing date. But send that plea to Mr. Valenzuela.
Okay, will do. And I'm sorry, what date are you setting for?
Hold on a second. Let's see, I'll set it for a Zoom. Let's do that, July 16th at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
And Anna will email the minutes to both of you.
Oh, perfect.
And on that email will be his address, his email address.
Even better. I appreciate it very much.
You know, Mr. Dam, that's the attorney, that's his email address that he gave us. That's why I kind of took it back. I'm not seeing anyone. Oh, let me contact Mr. Huerta and find out where he's at.
right, I think that's it for me, Judge, but Carmine can always just send me an email or a message if I need.
That's fine. Your excuse. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Carmine. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend if I don't see you again.
Okay, bye.
I told Mr. Warner he's over in Judge Billion's courtroom that he can just pop over or zoom in. And then Mr. Huerta, I sent him the Zoom invite. And then Mr. Elias Dominiakis, I sent him the Zoom invite.
Okay.
And then we have two 10 o'clock hearings on State versus Emmanuel Bennett and State versus Zachary Detmer.
Okay, I'll pull those up.
Those are at 10, yeah.
I'll probably just hang tight.
Oh, here
Judge.
comes Saul. Saul's
Yeah.
zooming in now. Hi, Mr. Huerta. How are you today?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, so State versus Crystal Montero Zamadua, TR 20007903. Mr. Mediate's present on the video, and Mr. Huerta is present on video. And Mr. Huerta, have you had good contact with your clients?
I have not, Your Honor. The number I was provided in the disclosure is disconnected. I did send a letter to the address I received in disclosure. That letter was sent out May 23rd or May 24th. I didn't get it back as returned, and I haven't heard from my client, so
okay.
I had no contact with her.
All right, I'm going to issue a warrant for her arrest. It's a DUI case, and then I'll withdraw your law office.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Great, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, you can go on mute, Mr. Mediate, or whatever. Hi, Mr. Damiakis.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm called a case, State versus Kevin Peterson, TR 200119222. Mr. Mediate's present for the state. Mr. Damiakis is present on behalf of Mr. Peterson. And you have had good contact with your client, Mr. Damiakis?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I'd ask the court to waive his presence for today.
Okay.
If I can just have a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm looking, I don't see that I have the photos in this case, but I want to see if they were disclosed.
Let me check. I don't know if we have them in yet. This is Kevin Peterson.
Yes.
We don't have the photos in, so.
Okay.
So you're just waiting for that disclosure, Mr. Damiakis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll just set it for another Zoom hearing. It's going to be July 16th at 10 a.m. Is that okay?
If I
Let's go
could
date.
just have a moment. Yes, that works. Thank you.
All right, July 16th, 10 a.m. And Anna will scan and email the minute entry to you.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Correct? No. Hi, Miss Bradley.
Here I go. Here I am.
Hi, Miss Bradley. Good morning.
Judge, I have a 10 o'clock matter.
Yes, hold on. Let me call the case, State versus Selena Haas. And Mr. Mediate's currently on video, and Ms. Bradley is present by video, and we're here on State versus Selena Haas. And there are 7 cases, and do you know which prosecutors assigned these cases, Ms. Bradley?
It should be the drug prosecutor, Your Honor.
Danielle.
Okay, so let me email Danielle right now and tell her to zoom in.
Your Honor, just so you know, it's not set till 10 o'clock.
Yeah. You waiting for your client to zoom in?
No, she's not going to zoom in. The only chance I have of her maybe showing up is if she shows up in court.
Okay.
Should we come back at 10 o'clock?
No, we can handle it once Danielle zooms in.
Because just on a side, are you setting bench trials now?
I've been, yes.
Okay, all right.
A few bench trials already.
Huh?
I've already had a couple of bench trials and evidentiary hearings.
Okay, good. Just wondering.
Hi, Ms. Roberts.
Hello again.
Hi. We're here on State versus Haas, Selena Haas. There's
Oh, okay.
And that's Miss Bradley's case, and she's present by Zoom, and Miss Roberts is now present by Zoom. That was set for 10 o'clock, so we're a little early.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't pull it on my initial calendar. Okay, gotcha. I've got it coming up now.
That's fine. Take your time.
Okay, whenever we're ready, I'm ready to go.
So Miss Bradley, what's happening in these cases?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm looking at my file. We already had one Zoom conference on this, Your Honor, and you just gave me a new date, and it's an OSC today.
Oh, yeah.
I've had no contact with her, but we're trying to see if people just show up for their court dates. So I'd ask that we at least see if she is going to show up at 10 o'clock.
All right, so I'm going to issue a warrant, and if she shows up, I can email you guys. I'm going to give her till like 10:15. If she shows up, I'll Zoom both of you. I'll email both of you guys and give you the Zoom invite to come back on Zoom.
All right.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You might want to hold off on processing that whole thing until she shows up. So I'll wait to scan it. Nobody else. Good morning.
What's this case going to be, Judge?
I'm not sure. Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can't hear for some reason.
I can hear you very well. Can
Let
you
me see.
hear me?
Okay, I can hear now.
Okay, great. Which case are you here on?
On the Emmanuel Bennett case.
Okay. Are you Arja Shah?
I am.
Oh, okay. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Judge Hale.
Nice to meet you, Judge Hale.
Hi. All right. So State versus Emmanuel Bennett, TR 20012002. Mr. Meade's present by video. Ms. Arja Shah is present by video. And Ms. Shah, what's happening in this case?
Arja Shah, on behalf of presence is requested waived for the purpose of this hearing.
It is. Go ahead. What is happening in this case? what's happening in this case?
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm having trouble hearing for some reason. I don't know why.
I may be able to supplement.
Oh, I can hear you.
Let's see. Can you hear me pretty good or not really? Still can't
Okay,
hear me?
now if I hold it up to my ear, I can. So
Okay.
I might just do that.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Shaw, what's happening in this case?
Does the state have an offer currently?
I can send it over to you. We just got the lab results, so I'll send you over the plea.
Okay, the lab results were .091, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm guessing would you consider a reckless in this, or?
Probably not. It would probably be a plea, like an A1. We can
Based
chat
on
about it.
error rate? Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess at this point, maybe we'll have a sidebar conversation if we then judge if Your Honor is okay with continuing this out, so we can discuss a potential settlement.
So I'm going to set it for another Zoom hearing, July 16th at 10 a.m. If you decide, Ms. Shaw, that your client will take a plea, just email me and then I'll vacate the Zoom hearing date and set it up for an in-person change of plea hearing, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And do you do telephonic change of plea, or is it in person?
I do, but not on a DUI case because we need their fingerprints.
Okay, all right.
Unless I can, unless you get sent the plea offer, I mean, I type up the sentencing entry and then your client gets it fingerprinted and sends it back. I'm not sure.
Well, he could do that. He could potentially go to a station by him and get fingerprinting done.
Yeah, if he did that, then I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right. And does the state have that paperwork, the telephonic paperwork with the fingerprinting box, or should I obtain that from the court?
The fingerprint box? Hold on, let me find out. Do we have it here, the fingerprint card?
We don't have the fingerprint card. We have fingerprint paperwork.
Yeah,
but
we don't have a
the
fingerprint card, no.
Okay, so would he?
So if you wanted him to get fingerprint, you'd have to make those arrangements to get his fingerprint card done.
Okay.
All right. So
All
July
right.
16th at 10 a.m. is the next hearing date. And
Thank
my
you.
clerk is going to scan and email the minute entry right now.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Your excuse. Thank you.
Thank you.
Something.
There it comes.
So we just had Mr. Warner's case, who's still, I don't know what he's doing in Judge Millions. And then Patrick Moran.
Okay.
Let me see if I can contact Patrick and see if he can zoom in now.
Okay.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Hey, can you walk next door to Judge Millions and see if Mr. Warner can just walk over?
Is Mr. Warner's case the Detmer?
Let's see. It's no Dale Hugh.
Okay.
It's a domestic violence case.
Okay. I see it. I'll pull it up.
Not next door.
Oh, okay. I sent him an email, but he still hasn't responded. Okay, Mr. State versus Dale Hugh is present, CM 190111270. Mr. Mediate's appearing by video, and Mr. Warner is present in court. And good morning, Mr. Warner.
Yes, I've interviewed Mr. Hugh, and I'm waiting to go. I'm going to go to interview a witness in the case, and I'm waiting on some body.
Did you hear any of that, Mr. Mediate?
Yeah, interview with witness and body cam. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he's waiting on body cam. Do you know?
Okay. It looks like it's ordered, but we still don't have it yet. So, okay. No objection to a continuance.
I'll put state has ordered body cam.
Yep.
All right, so Mr. Warner, we'll set up for another Zoom hearing. It's going to be July 16th at 10:30, okay? All right, thanks. Your excuse, yes. Nope, nothing. Well, yeah, just waiting for Patrick Moran, but yeah, we're done with the PD cases. Bye, thanks. All right, so I sent Patrick Moran the Zoom link and to Zoom in, so his is set at 10 o'clock, so hopefully he'll be checking in soon. Mr. Moran.
How you doing?
Hi, pretty good. Let me call you.
Good.
State versus
I was
Zachary.
actually just getting ready to call in. Sorry if my hair looks a little.
State versus Zachary Detmar.
I was-
008892. Mr. Mediate's present. Mr. Moran's present. You're waiving your client's presence.
I will waive his presence for today's purposes of today's hearing, Your Honor.
Okay, so what's happening in the case, Mr. Moran?
So we have the blood test in the case, Your Honor. I believe we're going to be tracking towards an evidentiary hearing on this case. So part of the reason why I didn't go ahead and file a motion to continue is I wanted to discuss that with the court and just kind of see what you think the timeline is for that or setting
So
that.
I'd like to set an evidentiary hearing if you think that's where it's going. So to be July 31st at 2:30 would be the next.
Okay, let me see if that's, I know I think Clotes might have set something for me on the 30. It might be just the 30th though, Judge. Let me look.
And just to be clear, is this the Detmer case? Detmer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that date again, Judge?
July 31st at 2:30.
July 31st? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like that should be available, Judge. I do still need to file a motion, but I can get that into the court probably within like a week or two.
Yeah, I'll give you a motion deadline, July 1st.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so you said July 31st, 2:30?
Yeah, but Mr. Mediate's
Let me
presence
check.
officer is available.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Judge.
So you liking the Zoom hearings, Mr. Moran?
Yeah, this is great. We could definitely get used to this.
Oh, I definitely want to
For
continue.
pre-trials, right?
Yeah, just like trials and evidentiary hearings obviously are in person. And
Right.
change of pleas. I will do a change of pleas if it's a non-fingerprint case. So if it's
Okay.
a diversion or any other case except for DUI.
Oh, good. Okay.
So your
That's good to
client
know because I do have a diversion case.
coming
I don't
up.
think it's with you, it's with Judge Maldonado, but maybe I'll ask her if she's willing to do it by Zoom.
I think so, yeah. She and I are kind of on the same boat, but you should ask her. But
We'll
yeah,
see.
I'm willing to do diversion and other non-fingerprint cases
Are
by.
you looking, Carmine?
It's good.
Okay.
Oh, it is good? Okay. All
July
right.
31st at 2:30 then is the evidentiary hearing. Motion deadline is July 1st, 2020.
July 1st, okay. Yep, sounds good, Judge. Thank you. And I think I'll see you next week. I think I have something with you like on Tuesday or something. So.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys, have a nice weekend.
You too.
Anna's gonna scan the email, the minute entry to you.
Okay, no problem.
Great.
I got it in my book. I got it in the book, so we're good. All right, thanks, Judge.
Bye, thank you. All right, Mr. Mediate, you're excused. Thank you.
Okay, see you this afternoon.
Yeah.